morning, everybody. I am going to be doing a video on how to find the volume of the sphere. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to need is we're going to need the equation for the volume of a sphere. V is equal to 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay, in our equation, r stands for radius and V is volume. Over here we have our first example, and we can see that we are given a radius of 4 centimeters. So we're going to take this right here and we're going to plug it in for r. So I'm going to rewrite our equation. V is equal to 4/3 pi, and I'm going to plug in 4 cubed. Okay, now that I have this, we're going to go ahead and start to plug into our calculator. I'm going to be using the same calculator that you guys have available to you on your Big Ideas webpage. So right here, and I'm going to be doing 4 cubed. Okay, so I'm going to start by typing my 4. Then I'm going to hit this button that says a to the b power. Okay, and that's going to bring me up so I can type in my power, and I'm going to go cubed. 4 cubed. So I get 64. So V is equal to 4/3 pi 64. So now from this step right here, we can type this whole big long thing into our calculator and get out our final answer. So V is equal to, okay, so I'm going to go back to the calculator, and I'm just going to, hold on, sometimes it doesn't like me. Where did you go? Okay, so we're just going to clear. There we go. And we are going to type our beginning parenthesis, 4 divided by 3. Then we're going to do our end parenthesis. We're going to do times, and we're going to use the pi key because Big Ideas, it just works best. And then we're going to do times, and we're going to do 64. Okay, so we get 268.08 and then some other numbers. Big Ideas is going to want you to round to the nearest tenth. So that's one number after the decimal place. So our answer for this one is going to be 268.1. Okay, so we have 268.1. You want to make sure to include your units and then a cube symbol because we are talking about volume. Okay, so this right here is my final answer. I'm going to box it. I'm going to quad star it because we can never have too many stars. Okay, and now we're going to move on to our second example. So this second example is going to be a little bit different than our first one. Looking at it, you can see we're given a diameter. Okay, so we're given a diameter right here. However, if we remember back to our equation, V equals 4/3 pi r cubed, we need a radius, not a diameter. So in order to go from a diameter to a radius, all we have to do is take our diameter and divide it by 2. Because a radius is half of the diameter. 16 divided by 2 gives me 8. Okay, this 8 right here is now our radius, and we're going to plug it in for r. Okay, so V is equal to 4/3 pi. We're going to plug in r and then cube. So again, I'm going to start by just cubing my 8. We're going to go back to the calculator. Come on, calculator. And we are going to do 8, that little AB button again, and then 3 for cubed, and we get 512. So now we're at 4/3 pi 512. Okay, from here, now we're again to that point where we can plug all of this into our calculator. Okay, so I'm going to go back to our calculator. And we are going to do front parenthesis 4 divided by 3 end parenthesis, whoops, make sure you click out of there and get that end parenthesis, times pi button again, times 512. Okay, and that's going to give me 2,144.66 and some other numbers. However, Big Ideas again is probably going to want us to round to the nearest tenth. So our final answer is going to be 2,144.7. Okay, so we're going to go back. And our volume is equal to 2,144.7. Remember to include your units. I'm going to squeeze mine in, feet, and then cubed because we're talking about a volume. Okay, again, boom, 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 boom. Box it up, quad star it, because we can never have too many stars. Wonderful. Okay, you guys, you do have a small assignment to do after this. It's 6 questions on Big Ideas. And make sure that you're using the pi key, so that way you're getting good numbers to put into your Big Ideas assignment.